In the tunnel.
In the tunnel.
In the tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 58.
58. What kind of number joke are you going to shut down and shove down my throat this time, Sean?
Do I even have one?
You tell me.
The answer is none.
That would be a first. And then we go back to the number one thing, because first one, and then you shut down my prime number joke again. So I knew you had it in you regardless.
Of course I did. Alright, so it's been a while, so let's just jump straight into it. With the NBA, I guess.
Yeah, Sean, why don't you go through that with us? Tell me what happened in the NBA.
The Warriors gave D'Angelo Russell a 4-year, $117 million contract, and then they trade him for Andrew Wiggins. Yep.
So they traded him for the former number one overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me go through some notes here, because there's a little bit more to it than I have put in the slides, but because they're slides, you can't always do everything.
Right.
So Golden State send D'Angelo Russell, Jacob Evans, and Amari Spellman. Jacob Evans and Amari Spellman being two young guys who are probably drafted with late-round picks.
Right.
To the Timberwolves for Andrew Wiggins and a first-round pick that's protected, and a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you know, Minnesota gave up a lot in this deal potentially, but at the same time, I guess they think that this is somehow going to help them not lose a lot.
Yep.
But I mean, having Russell along with Karl Anthony Towns isn't exactly going to fix everything either. They don't exactly have everything on their roster that they need to win titles.
Right.
Yeah. The Cavaliers get Andre Drummond, who is like the best rebounder in the NBA from what I saw.
But he's not happy.
Well, he's not happy about it because, it just he said, wow, it just goes to show you can't trust the league because it really is a business over everything.
Right.
My takeaway is you literally go from a team in Detroit that only has talent in Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond in the front court to going to a team where your talent is only Kevin Love and Andre Drummond in the front court. So your scenario really doesn't change that much.
Not at all.
And so, if this guy's trying to get traded to a team to win a title, he basically just transferred his situation from one team to another. And yeah, I mean, the Cavs have, I guess, decent pieces that are, high lottery picks from the past couple of years in the backcourt.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know, truthfully, how good they are. So.
Right.
All right. The Heat got Andre Iguodala, Solomon Hill, and Crowder from the Grizzlies for Dion Waiters, Justice Winslow, and James Johnson, who go to the Grizzlies. And James Johnson, I think, got traded to Minnesota after that. Andre Iguodala, who was traded from the Warriors to the Grizzlies in the offseason and just he never showed up. Decided he was just going to basically hold out, which I took that the dude was just too old and retired or something. Just nobody knew about it. And then apparently it was like, oh, he was on the roster and just never played for more than half the year. And as soon as he went to the Heat, He signed a 2-year, $30 million extension.
Right.
So a guy who has not played at all this year and who's 37 years old or something like that got $30 million over the next 2 years.
Right. And apparently the only reason he's holding out is because he didn't want to play for the Grizzlies.
I mean, the Grizzlies are actually like in the 8th seed for the West.
Yep.
Not bad. Nice uniforms too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The Rockets shipped away their best big man, and are basically playing 5 starters who are under like 6'10", and they've just decided that that's okay.
Right.
And so the Atlanta Hawks have the big man now.
Mm-hmm.
But the Atlanta Hawks kind of suck this season. So.
Right. All right. I think that covers basketball pretty well.
I think so too, Sean.
So
I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us for covering basketball for once.
Right. So that brings us to
the new stuff.
What is this? The XFL is on again, right? Second time?
Again. Yeah, this time without Tommy Maddox, but with Landry Jones. So.
Oh, okay. That makes it a lot better, apparently.
Oh, God, we're going to end up with Landry Jones.
All right, so for this, I guess let's choose our fandom, right?
Sure. Please don't let it be Houston. Please not Houston.
Well, yeah, so we have all of the teams here. There are 8, so let's just go through them pretty quickly, right? Tampa Bay Vipers, Seattle Dragons, LA Wildcats, and the Houston Roughnecks. Then you got the St. Louis Battlehawks, the New York Guardians, DC Defenders, and the Dallas Renegades. Yep.
The DC Defenders sounds very much like a soccer team.
Right, that's what I was thinking when I was trying to say it. Yeah, so you obviously don't want Houston.
No, I do not.
I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's just spin.
Spin.
Oh, you're lucky. We get to root for Dallas, man. So, do you know what we got going for us on Dallas?
Let's look up the roster. Dallas Renegades. Oh boy. Oh, the good news is they haven't played yet, so we're not rooting for a team that's lost already.
All right. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're rooting for a team that's won already either.
Gonna fool me, man. Let's see here. Bob Stoops, the former University of Oklahoma coach, is the head coach.
Okay.
So let's see here. Oh, fucking A.
Oh, wait, well, what is it this time?
It's a team that Landry Jones is on.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for ruining my life yet again. The sad thing is, this was my idea.
Completely. Hey, the wheel didn't pick Houston for you.
Thank you, Sean. I would have settled for like DC. I'd rather root for the Washington Capitals.
Whoa, no, you wouldn't.
It's over. It's over for me, man. It's over for me.
All right, so as we follow the Dallas Renegades for the rest of the season,
these depth charts are so fucking funny. Like, it literally behind Landry Jones at quarterback, it says Philip Nelson and then it shows the third string. The fact that it literally says or, as if it was up for grabs for the world to know, is bananas. Let's see. Oh, Cameron Artis Payne is on. He used to play for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
He was on the team that went to the Super Bowl, I think.
Oh.
He was like a third down back. Let's see here.
Now he's in the XFL.
Well, yeah. So is Eli Rogers. He was on the Steelers for a few years, but he's not on this team. Let's see. Christian Kuntz is the long snapper. I'm not making that up.
Okay.
Let's see. Austin McGinnis is the kicker. Drew Gallitz is the punter. These are names you may have never heard of, and that would be the same for me. Ray Davison is the number one inside linebacker, which is just a great name.
Yep.
Frank Alexander is the defensive end, which is great because you always need to have at least one player with two first names.
Okay. I thought the number was around 3 or 4 total, or at least.
For first names?
Yeah. For players with 2 first names.
Oh, well, let's see if we can find some more. Winston Craig, I guess that could kind of work.
That can work.
Jonathan Calvin.
Yeah, that could work too.
Yeah, so we have 3.
Yeah, good enough.
Oh, wait. Backup kick returner, Austin Walter.
Oh, that'll work.
There
too.
we go.
There
we go.
You got the minimum number of players with 2 first names.
You said 3 or 4. We have 4.
Oh, okay. Well,
This team is going to lose in the whatever bowl this thing is called.
What is their championship called?
I don't know. The last time they had a championship, it was so bad that they made videos about how bad it was. So, let's see, XFL Super Bowl. Does the XFL have a Super Bowl? That's what Google wants to know. Yeah, Googling XFL Super Bowl apparently is just saying that the season starts after. XFL Championship will be held one day after the NFL Draft.
Oh, I really don't think that's a good time, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's never a great time.
Yeah.
All right, so April 26th.
Oh, okay.
Is the championship game. So I guess they haven't named that one yet.
Fair enough. All right, let's now that we've gotten some fun out of the way, let's move back to what we know, right?
I know that Landry Jones sucks.
Let's start the NHL again. What do you say?
That Landry Jones sucks. Did you not hear me the first time?
Yes, but that's nothing to do with the NHL.
Fine. Landry Jones sucks on ice.
Okay, well, moving on. So, today we're going to recap how the Wheel did in the All-Star break. That was quite a while ago at this point. And talk about...
It was last week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, still, we probably should have had an episode of, basically as this thing ended.
Sorry, Sam wanted my attention.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about teams during... up to the trade deadline, whether they're buying or selling, and what we think, or what the Wheel thinks they will do.
Okay.
All right,
Sean, why don't you take the lead on this one?
So yeah, let's just go with the Wheel. What did the Wheel pick, right? So the Wheel said the Atlantic will beat the Metro 5-3, and the Central will beat the Pacific 10-5.
Mm-hmm.
And the finals would be the Central beats the Atlantic 10-5, and the MVP would be Patrick Kane. Well, out of all this, the Wheel only got one score right, but for the wrong teams. So,
yay!
So, let's just go over the reality. Reality is the Pacific beats the Central 10-5, which is the only score the Wheel got right. Then
you got my full attention.
The Atlantic does meet the Metro, but at a score of 9-5. And the Pacific does end up beating the Atlantic 5-4, with the MVP being Pasternak. So,
I still want to know if we get fantasy points for that by.
no.
Why not? It's not our fault that, the other team doesn't have all-stars on it.
Alright, anyway, so, let's go straight into the trade deadline. Alright, so we have just to look at the bunch of contenders, right? So why don't we just go over these guys in a little bit? Alright, so at the top of this list, we have the Bruins, Lightning, and Leafs. They're the top three teams in the Atlantic. It's obvious that they're contenders. Bruins edging out the other two teams by quite a margin, thanks to loser points.
Indeed. So the Bruins have 80 points, the Lightning have 75. The Maple Leafs only have 66, but they're very much a contender in that wild card spot, probably.
They should get third in their division.
The only problem is they're behind both the Blue Jackets and Islanders, Hurricanes, and Flyers, so maybe we shouldn't have put them on the list.
But they are third in their division, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. It's 3, 3, and 2.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, then they're still very much in it. Sorry, it's been a day. The Capitals have 77 points. The Penguins have 73. The Blue Jackets have 69. The Islanders have 68. The Hurricanes and Flyers both have 67. And let's also throw in that the Florida Panthers have 64.
Mm-hmm.
There's way too many teams with the surname Panthers, and I include Pitt. I include Pitt Athletics in there too.
Okay.
Just to be fair.
Okay.
In the West, we have the Blues with 73 points, the Avalanche with 68, the Stars with 67. The Jets are, they're like fading in this picture of teams, but 61. Well, if we're just naming the top four in each division.
Okay.
The Canucks have 65 points, leading the Pacific Division, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, very.
The Oilers and Golden Knights both have 64, and the Flames have 62. The Coyotes have 61, for what it's worth.
Not much.
Yeah, but for them, it's a better year.
Right.
So, if you have family in Arizona, then I guess it's worth it for them.
Right. So, let's get to picking some things, right? Let's get the wheel to decide on some things at the trade deadline. What do we say?
Wow, you really know how to market a segment. Picking some things. Can we name that this episode just picking some things? Because we had to pick a XFL team to hate.
Yeah, basically.
By the way, for which XFL team we root for, we didn't say what context. You can root for them to go bankrupt and get kicked out of the league.
But if one XFL team goes bankrupt, the entire XFL goes bankrupt. So we're just saying we root for the XFL to just die again?
No, just Landry Jones to get released.
Oh, okay.
Guy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm a
sound individual.
Anyway, so for the first part of this, we're going to have the wheel pick what some bubble teams are going to do.
Bubble.
Are they going to buy, sell, or stay? So let's just start with the Flyers and go down the list. So,
all right.
The first one, the Flyers are going to buy. Do you believe that?
Makes sense to me. It seemed like a team stupid enough to do it.
All right.
I don't know, Sean. What do you think they're going to do?
I don't think they're going to buy.
They're going to take all the buy players and that are available, and they're going to try to get them all on one-year deals and miss the playoffs completely next year.
All right, anyway, on to the Hurricane.
All right, to the Canes.
These guys get to buy also.
All right, the Hurricanes get to buy. Small market team.
Has
And
a
I
lot
say
of money,
that,
apparently.
well, I say small market team because how rich can a team be really when they share NC State's campus with,
Right.
a pro hockey team?
Right. So, I really don't agree with the wheel on this one. What about you?
I mean, they're not far out of it, but they're definitely not what they were last year.
Right.
They kind of wrapped themselves up with that big Aho restricted free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So if whatever they're going to buy, they're not going to buy huge. Unless the wheel decides that they will later. I mean, we don't know.
All right. Next, the Panthers. The Panthers are going to do what everybody thought and stay and do nothing.
Well,
Um,
yeah. I mean, how much money do they really have?
yeah, but at the same time, it's going to be pretty tough for them to get in, so you might have expected them to at
It would be
least
nice for them to try to get a goaltender at the deadline.
offload a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that too, but I mean, who's going to want to go to Florida?
Bobrovsky. He
Yeah.
would be a nice addition if he ever showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't show up last night.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. We now have the Montreal Canadiens.
All right. And they.
So, and that's kind of to be expected. And I know this is kind of like a trigger word for you, but with Kovalchuk, they were kind of in a position where like they took a chance signing him, and he kind of got hot. And the rumor has been like they may flip him.
I mean, he definitely panned out, but the team did not pan out. So,
Right,
yes.
so they may flip him, which would be a sell move.
Right.
It's very much a stock market move that they made.
I mean,
They buy low, sell high,
right.
and Kovalchuk is a petty stock.
Right. All right.
Just
On to
because
the
he's a petty
Predators.
person.
Now,
Sure.
if these guys don't buy, or actually, can they even buy? What the heck?
I don't know. Are they still paying for PK's contract? I think they are, aren't they?
No,
Aren't
they are
paying?
not.
I thought they were taking on like half of it.
I thought the Devils had all of it.
Let's look that up.
Devils have 9 million of it, which is
Okay,
basically all of it, right?
That's a good question. Let's find out. Let's see here. Oh, look, this from June 23rd last year. PK Subban trade a botch job by the Predators. Sean, would you like to comment on that?
Definitely not a botch job by the Predators. Wait, what? I mean, they didn't really get much, but I mean, PK is not really much anyway, and they offloaded a $9 million contract.
I guess I don't see anything about if they took on money. So I guess not.
All right, on to the Jets. Jets.
Which brings me to something completely unrelated. When the Pirates traded Starling Marte
Uh-huh.
to get absolutely nothing back but a couple of like 19-year-old prospects,
Yep.
they still ended up eating $1 million of Marte's salary to trade him away for nothing.
Oh my god.
You literally are so stupid.
Anyway, the Jets have their own debacle they just got out of or are still dealing with, and that's the
Big
Dustin
Buff.
Byfuglien debacle.
So is Big Buff going to play now? Is he like the hockey Iguodala?
No, isn't he trying to get out?
Well, once he gets terminated, isn't he rumored to be linked to some teams?
I don't think so.
All right.
Anyway,
So-
let's go with the wheel.
So we had right here.
All right. Well, apparently they buy, even though I'm pretty sure their salary cap can't handle them doing so.
Well, they're gonna buy for when like conference realignment happens when Seattle gets a team.
Okay.
Because like Arizona is gonna be in the Central, maybe Winnipeg will move to the Pacific, and they can like try to convince Bettman to put Seattle in the Central too, and then from there, Winnipeg will run the Pacific for the next 15 years.
All
Like
right.
a true Red Wings dynasty. So they're gonna buy off Gary Bettman's soul. That's basically what it comes down to.
All right.
I mean, you see any flaw in that logic?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Oh.
But we'll go with it.
Sure.
Anyway, on to the Yotes.
The Yotes. Wouldn't it be great if they just had like egg yolks on their jerseys, just like on the shoulder
That'd
patch?
be a pretty cool comedy jersey. You know, like a one night thing those AHL teams do.
Or the warm ups.
Right.
It's like hockey fights cancer, hockey supports breakfast.
Anyway, so they stay, and that's kind of to be expected as they spent all their money on, or they did trade for Hall. So
yeah, but they might. The rumor is he might flip Hall.
Yeah, because they're not going
But
anywhere.
he's going to isn't he a free agent at the end of the year?
Yeah, and the contract or the trade with the Devils said that if they make the first round of the playoffs, or one of their picks gets upgraded, and if they make the first round of the playoffs and Hall resigns, it gets upgraded to a first.
I mean, let's be honest. Taylor Hall isn't staying there mostly because he's forced to wear a jersey that has two numbers.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like
his whole career. He's been wearing either 4 or 9.
4 or
I
9.
think it is.
Yep.
And now 91 is kind of like
does not work. It does not.
You'd think that the guy would have a little bit more buying power on his number.
Right.
It's not like they've had legends over there.
All right. Anyway, on to the Flame.
So they're going to sell Giordano.
Well, you've heard it here first, folks. They're going to sell Giordano.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm still going back to 2019 when we said during the All-Star Weekend, or when I said that it's very much a chef's name.
Okay.
Now
anyway,
I'm thinking pastry
to be fair
chef.
though, I wouldn't have expected them to sell due to the fact that their division is kind of close. Actually, really damn close. The top 3 teams are within a point of each other or something.
I'm sorry. This deserves an interruption. The Dallas Renegades play at the stadium for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, okay.
You can see the very unique
Oakland
outfield. No, Texas Rangers.
Oh.
Texas Rangers.
But the Oakland-esque baseball diamond in the
Well,
field.
yeah, I was going to say how every advertisement center field.
Ah, okay.
And the outfield decks looking something like you would see in black and white film.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, on to the Wild.
Here comes Landry Jones.
Huh. Anyway, on to the Wild. I totally expect them to sell.
If they can. Nope, they can't possibly buy.
So, you want to enlighten me? What can they buy?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. They're gonna buy out Ryan Suter and Zach Parise.
Oh God!
It may be the smartest move that they can make, and then they're gonna turn around and give Eric Stahl 8 years and $64 million.
I think that's a little low.
Yeah.
Try $72 million.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to account for taxes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So those
Maybe
are
they'll
our
buy
bubble
a draft
teams.
pick. Bubble.
On to. Did you? Oh. So yeah. So because of this, we have. Did you want to put any levels to these?
There's levels to the madness.
Are there? Because like half of them are staying put and selling, right? So the Wild buy-in level is obviously high as heck because they're buying out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought we were going to make a wheel for how the level here.
No,
But
because
we decided to go a different way.
yeah.
Let's see here. I'd say.
I mean, just looking at how they are stacking up, right? The only we got what 5 teams buying?
Yeah.
Out of 9.
Let's see. The Flyers we have as buying, so I'm going to put them at a 4 out of 10. The Hurricanes I'd put at a 3 out of 10. The Predators I'd put somewhere like at a 5 or 6. Just because after picking up Duchesne, they've kind of committed to like winning something now or trying to win something now because they have him locked up and he's like their main piece. The Jets, I'd say 2 out of 10. I think the Jets are closer to wrapping up than we think. And I'd say that the Wild, how many points do the Wild have?
They are on the lower end.
The Minnesota Wild. Shut up, Siri. I just want to know the Siri. Look up NHL standings.
The
Yeah,
Minnesota
there we
Wild
go.
have, if I can find it,
58 points.
58 points. Yeah.
I mean, we might as well have put the Blackhawks on the list then, because I mean, they have the same, amount of points. We could have really even put the Rangers on at that point too.
Yeah, but the Rangers are in a bigger. There's a lot of teams ahead of the Rangers in terms of in the race, and they don't seem like they're slowing down in the Metro. So, I'd say the Rangers and Devils are a nah.
Yeah, that's true. I put the Wild at like 1 for a buy. What about you, Sean? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I thought the Wild would get a 10 because they're buying out, but
Oh, we're being sarcastic, right? Yeah, I guess that could work.
yeah. So I don't know. The Wild are a 10 because they should be buying out their terrible contracts just to give out some more.
They should have done that 3 years ago. Sean. I mean, they were already 5 years into those deals at that time.
Right.
They signed those guys in 2012. And they're still on the team 8 years later. And they're both on like 12, 13-year contracts?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I thought it was like 9 or 10. I thought.
No, they're supposed to be under contract until like they're both in their 40s.
Dang.
Zach Parise contract is 13 years, $98 million.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's under contract with a no movement clause until 2025 when he's 40 years old.
All right.
Wow, that's bad. There's a function on the site for buy out this contract.
Oh boy.
It would cost them $9 million this year, $8 million next year.
A lot of money.
$6 million the year after, then 2, then 1, then 1.
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. A lot of money.
All right. On to the last part of this segment we have.
A lot of money.
And we don't have a graphic for it, so we'll just
start spin. Let's spin some of those.
Yeah. So, out of
A lot of money.
out of the teams that are definite to sell, which are the Devils, California, Ottawa, and Detroit. California is 3 teams, but they all suck, so they all group together.
Well, don't forget, it's also going to be the Flames and Canadiens, too.
Right. But, I mean, they shouldn't be in full rebuild, should they?
No, but this is the list of sellers, and per our list, they would be sellers.
Right. All right, so let's just go with, we'll go down the list, and we'll do Flames and Canadiens last, as they have joined us.
Hooray!
All right, so what do you think about the Devils? Are they in, like... Well, they've already moved their best player, so are they making, like, another move, or another few moves, or full rebuild moves?
I defer to you on this one, Sean.
I think we...
No one knows this team quite like you and maybe Steve Scabella.
I think a couple of moves more, not necessarily destroy everything.
Okay? I mean, what else is there really to destroy other than Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes?
Good question.
Maybe you guys should try that Vatanen guy again.
I mean, there are rumors that he's going to be moved.
Is he still on the Devils?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was on the Ducks again.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, that just goes to show why I defer to you.
Oh. There's rumors that he or Simmons are going to get moved. Yeah, so we'll see.
Wayne Simmons is definitely going to get moved. There's no way they didn't sign him to trade him later.
Apparently, I'm wrong, though.
Yeah, well. But they're not going to trade Hughes.
So,
Hughes and Hischier are still young enough that they're not going to get rid of them.
But, like, I guess with Green going, that, like, let's just get rid of Vatanen. Let's just move Severson while we're at it. Let's move, like, Simmons, Palmieri, and all those. And let's tank for Lafreniere.
Lafreniere, Francois.
So let's just be the Oilers of the next few drafts, right?
Better than being the Oilers of the last few drafts.
All right. So you want to do Kings, Ducks, or Sharks next?
Ducks.
All right.
I still think that Sammy Vatanen plays there.
They have Henrique still.
Okay, yeah, then they're definitely, they'd have to sell that. They have to get. I propose, and bear with me on this. I know it's crazy. Sammy Vatanen for Adam Henrique.
I don't know. I think Henrique's contract is a little larger than the Devils would have given him, so I don't know. Unless
but
the Ducks...
it's a trade that literally worked in the past.
Yes, but we got a defenseman for a few years. They had one they had to re-sign later. This time, they would get a defenseman they have to re-sign later, and we'd have to pay him for the next, 4 years.
You got a point there. Oh, Sean. Landry Jones didn't start the game for the Renegades.
Oh!
It's Nelson.
Oh, dang.
You went 7 for 8 on the first drive. There's hope.
All right, anyway, on to the Ducks. What are they doing?
They're going to sell for Landry Jones.
They are moving their best player. Now, who's their best player? I have no idea.
The Ducks?
Yeah.
Probably John Gibson.
Okay, well, apparently John Gibson's gone, guys. Sorry.
Who else could it possibly be? Is Corey Perry still there? No.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, he's on Dallas.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ryan Getzlaf.
Okay.
Let's see. Or they could try to sell people on the false truth of that it's 2008 and try to get rid of Ryan Miller.
Okay. On to the Kings. Let's just go to the Kings. After shedding Kovalchuk, they still aren't that good. So, they should be doing quite a bit of moves.
Yeah. Their moves should be like pulling the banner down.
Well, apparently they're making no moves.
Okay, yeah.
What do we expect, right?
Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Right. All right. And last California team, the Sharks.
Martin Jones is going to get an extension.
Well, no, they're moving their best player, whomever that is at this point. They're all pretty old. So are they moving Carlson, that means? If their best player is defined in length and how much they're paying him?
Yeah, or they're just going to get rid of Thornton and Marlowe on the same deal.
But aren't they all on one-year deals now?
No, I mean the same trade.
Oh, okay.
Like they both go to that would be the best move that the Coyotes can make.
Okay.
Is to pick up Thornton and Marlowe for Oliver Ekman Larson's table scraps.
Okay. Now Ottawa
and Paul Bissonnette.
All right, now Ottawa. What do they do?
Burn the arena to the ground.
Yeah, it's not happening.
You're right. It's Canada. They can't live without hockey.
Apparently, they make like 3 to 5 moves though. So I guess they just get rid of those expensive contracts, man.
They sell the arena, and they acquire 3 to 5 pond hockey rinks, and they just tour Canada. Kind of like the And One basketball tour. Or like the Harlem Globetrotters, but like professional.
So they just play outdoor hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for the kids, right?
Yeah, it does. All right, and let's get to Detroit before meeting our bubble teams and what they do.
They sell Steve Yzerman back to the Lightning for more draft picks that they will spend on guys who do not.
Well, apparently they make 3 to 5 moves. I really don't know who they can sell in this team, though. They're literally the worst team in hockey.
Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi?
I
That's
mean,
it? What about Dylan Larkin?
He got the Yinzers fired up last April.
What about Dylan Larkin? Is he still on that
Dylan
team?
Larkin, yeah, he's still there, but isn't he any good anymore?
Not really. Okay.
It's kind of like Jimmy Howard, where they both kind of were good for 3-4 years, and then they got to their prime and just kind of sucked.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. Mike Green's still there, probably primed for a return to the Capitals at this point.
All right.
I'd love to see the Penguins try to get Trevor Daley back from the Red Wings. So we'll see.
All right.
Because we might trade Justin Schultz away.
All right. So that leaves us with the 2 teams that are selling, which would be
the Flames.
Flames and
we already said Canadians.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's start with the Flames.
Start and finish with the Flames. We already did the Canadians.
All right. Well, they moved their best player.
All right.
Giordano. There you go. You were right when you said it. Oh God.
Ta-da! Man, am I good or what?
All right. I think that's a pretty good way to end that segment.
You can't end on. It's like basketball. When you shoot hoops, you can't end on a miss.
Right.
So.
All right. So.
Bingo.
Let's.
Bingo was his name. Oh.
Let's just do a recap of fantasy.
Fantasy, we're moving up.
So we're back in 4th place. I think we're staying there after this week too, right?
Yeah, we are the best team to not have over 60% wins. Or over 600 win percentage.
Mm-hmm. That's most likely due to the fact that we can't figure out how to get 3 goalie starts in a week.
But that's coming. We have a fix. Unfortunately, it's very much like plugging up the Hoover Dam with a cotton ball. But should this fix happen, we will at least get 3 starts.
Yeah.
This is not an ideal answer by any means, but it's an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And we very much figured it out at the wrong time because, as Sean said, Sean told me before the show, Mackenzie Blackwood had 2 straight shutouts which is great, and we're picking him up after that.
So he's not going to have 2 straight shutouts.
He's probably going to lose the next 4 decisions he has.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we jumped up pretty well this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, we will probably we'll increase our winning percentage by a slight amount, and but we probably won't make enough to get up to 3rd.
Not yet, but it's coming. We still have plenty of time.
And last week, Matthews, like, our stats from last week are pretty bad because Matthews led with 2 goals, Pasternak with 5 power play points. And again, we jumped 2 slots with a 6-1 and 3.
Somehow we won last week, 6-1 and 3, with our leading scorer having 2 goals.
Right.
And normally we have like Pasternak scoring at least 4 goals a week.
Yeah.
And so this was a lull for us that we somehow survived.
I mean, it doesn't really help that it was against the worst team. I mean it helps us, but still, that was pretty bad.
There is no helping being on the worst team.
Mm-hmm.
But we benefit from it for sure.
Right. All right. So we will end the show talking a little bit about baseball.
Yeah, the trade that so far has never happened. Because it still has not been decided.
Oh, okay.
It's still not done.
Oh, fun. Well, apparently...
Let's look into this a little further. Go ahead. Why don't you give some backstory?
So, apparently, the Red Sox didn't want to give Mookie Betts a boatload of money because they're trying to get under the luxury tax cap. And so
the Red Sox are going to give him 9 years.
10.
10 years and what, $300 million?
Yep, 300. But he wants like a good 100 mil more and 2 more years or something like that.
Yeah, he wanted like 12 years, $425 million.
Okay.
I could be a little wrong on that, but that apparently is where the Red Sox say no, that $300 million is fine.
But I'm pretty sure he mostly just wants to test free agency anyway, right?
But that this is not how you do that either.
Right.
All right. So let's see. So the original deal was that the Dodgers were going to receive Mookie Betts, David Price, and cash from Boston. The Red Sox were going to receive Alex Verdugo from the Dodgers and Brusdar Graterol from Minnesota.
Okay.
The first problem there was, I guess, Graterol's physical
Didn't pass.
didn't pass. And this then led to stalling by the Red Sox.
Oh, fun.
If I'm correct. But then what happened now is, with that fall through that happened, is now from more recent developments, is that the Twins have pulled out of the trade. They were the 3rd team in it. The Twins were going to receive Kenta Maeda, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I think so.
So the Twins are now out of this altogether.
Okay.
From what I understand. And the next steps are now uncertain. So this thing may be primed for a Mookie Betts contract extension at this point.
Fair enough. But I still think the Red Sox don't want to give him $400 and some million.
Well, yeah, but like if it comes down to this is the issue, these semantics of it,
right?
And I don't know. Oh, they're interviewing Landry Jones on the sideline as the other quarterback is.
Oh, okay. Good for him.
Great. Oh, I read an ESPN article that the XFL, I guess, did like a meet and greet with the Renegades coach and Landry Jones at like a bowling alley or something.
Of course they did.
It was an autograph session and 15-minute Q&A session that they scrapped because nobody asked a question. And then, yeah, it's
That's
that
great,
bad.
dude. That's great.
It's enough Steelers fans know what not to do.
All right, well, maybe next time we'll have some more on this Mookie Betts saga.
Mookie! He's going to
Mookie.
the Pirates.
All right.
He's going to the Pirates.
Anything you want to end on? Any wisdom you want to impart on us today?
Did I have any wisdom last time?
I'm pretty sure. Or was it the time before?
Sure. When life throws you lemons, or I'm sorry, when life throws you curveballs, you make lemonade.
Oh, okay. All right.
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yep. Thanks
A
for
quote to
tuning
live by. True, real bumper sticker material.
in. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and catch you next time.
Good night.